Welcome, chess friends. I'm excited to introduce to you a new chess tool within Chessvision.ai called flashcards. Most of you will know Chessvision.ai as a diagram scanner. And after you have scanned the diagram, you can analyze the position and find information using the integration with Lichess, chess.com, and YouTube. But now there's more. And before I go to the flashcards, I will first introduce the two products of Chessvision.ai. So there are two products. The first one is the ebook reader, and the second one is the Chessvision.ai library. And in the Chessvision.ai library is included the mobile app for iOS and Android. There is the Chrome extension, but there are also extensions for Safari and Firefox, and the video search. So let's start with the ebook reader. Here you can see the starting position of the ebook reader. I go to my documents and you can see I have here 4 PDFs. I'm going to open one to show you the idea. So this is Chess Live, and it was released yesterday. So it's from September 2025. And Chessvision.ai has scanned Chess Live for diagrams. And now if I double click a diagram, you can see it opens up a Lichess board on the right side. And you can see there are 6 chessable courses with this position, more than 20 games, and 4 videos. So the special thing about the videos is as follows. If we click it, you can see here 4 videos. Daniel Narveditsky, and here is Daniel King. If I go into this
against Petrosian from Soviet Championship 1983, here Petrosian with black, you can see 2 bishops here against the bishop and knight, and Petrosian played rook takes bishop, so that's a very familiar pawn structure.
So you can see that when you look at the overview, the 4 YouTube videos, it doesn't just list the videos, it takes you to the timestamp that this specific position occurred. Let me go back to my documents. Let me open the first one, which is a sample from the book Chess Structures by Flores Rios from the Quality Chess web page. And in this sample, there is one chapter on the symmetric Benoni. And again, you see here a diagram. If we double click it, you can again see there's 1 video, more than 20 games, and 7 chessable courses. I want to show you the chessable courses. So when I open it up, you can see, of course, here there is Chess Structures, where the sample is from. But also in this case, it takes you to the specific variation and the specific game. So it doesn't just take you to the book for purchase or as an overview, but it takes you, when you own the book, to the specific variation. So I think that is very powerful. Let me return to my documents. So here is an example from the step method, step 6 extra. If I scroll down, you see here the mini plans. And if I have here one position and I double click it, right, I can also search for in which games this position occurs. And you can see here, white is Petrosian playing against Schreber. And I can, of course, load the game and explore it within the analysis tool of chess.com. But I also want to show the first integration of the ebook reader with the Chessvision.ai library. So you see here, share Ven. I can, of course, create a study in chess.com or Lichess, go to an analysis board and continue there, right? And you can see here also some tools like the openings book of Lichess and Stockfish. But I also can add it to the Chessvision.ai library with one click. And then in this position, you can see the videos which are related to this position. I can go to the courses, of course, but also I can save it as a study with one click in the diagram library. So I think that's very easy and very powerful. So let me now turn to the other side, so the Chrome extension, the mobile app, and the video search. So first, let's do the video search, which is very easy. So here you can see the new Chessvision.ai library. When I go to video search, you see here a number of filters. YouTube channel, opening name, game phase, position openness, pawn structure, and then themes. So I can create a filter, and then the search will directly happen. So if I select my own name for the channel, and for instance, if I select the Caro-Kann defense, you can see the video that I recorded on my Chessable course. So that's the video search. But now let's go to the Chrome extension, and it's also available, like I said, for Safari and for Firefox. So imagine, and here is where it starts with the flashcards, that you have played a game and you created a study in Lichess, so it can be an over-the-board game, or you played a blitz game, or you played a rapid game or classical game, and you have some critical moments, which can be an opening position, or it can be a tactical mistake, or it can be a positional oversight, and you would like to create a flashcard for that specific position. So here you see Abdusattorov against Wesley So. Wesley So is white, and here we have the extension. So I call on it, I say scan this position, and again you can see there are 2 YouTube videos, 7 courses with this position, more than 25 games, and it already identifies that black is to move in this position. And here Abdusattorov played the suboptimal bishop e6. So imagine that you would like to make a flashcard, right? You identified that this was not the optimal move, and you would not like to repeat this mistake and make a flashcard. Then you can see I can add the diagram to the library. And so let's call it So against Abdusattorov, and I say add. And now if I go to my Chessvision.ai library, you can see it has been added here. And now I want to show you, right? So here you have available, just like in the ebook reader, you can see the openings book, you can see the Chessable courses, and you can see the related videos. And of course, I can also mobilize a local or cloud engine. But here you can configure your book settings. Well, let's assume that you want to do it on master level for now. And you say, how would I like to continue here? And you see actually that the most played move is a5. And now there are 2 moves, like a rook e1, right? And then, for instance, rook a6, knight f5, bishop takes f5, queen takes f5, c5. And that could be the first branch. So let's go back. And the second most popular move in this position, after Let's go back. Right, so we play a5. The second most popular choice was bishop f4. And again, rook a6 would be a good move. And after a move like rook d1, we again play c5. Right, so the whole idea was of queen a3 was that it was indirectly looking to the rook on a8. So c5 was not possible because of knight takes d5, knight takes e7. And black plays rook a6 with the idea that afterwards c5 can be played and potentially the rook can go to g6. So now I have created a small tree, and I can choose how I want to look at this, like a tree or like linear, like this, or I would like to have it nested, so there are different options. But of course, a tree is very nice as an overview, especially when it's relatively small. So let's go back to the start. And now we could say we are kind of done with improving our line that we played. So instead of bishop e6, we're going to play a5 in the future. So we go back to the inbox. Here we have this position, and now we can say enable flashcards. And we are going to practice this like an opening. So we're going to create flashcards. Right, and also, of course, now we can train it. And normally with an opening, of course, you don't know what to play. So first, we can see that the move that has to be played is highlighted with an arrow. And then you play through the first line. We know that a5 is the best move. Right, and now we have seen that we have to start with a5, so it's no longer showing it to us. And now we go one deeper into the tree. And then we completed our flashcard, and then it goes into a spaced repetition cycle. So I thought this is very powerful. So when you analyze your games on Lichess or on chess.com, you can create your own flashcards for critical positions where you made a mistake in the opening, a tactical mistake, or a positional mistake. And then you can have a spaced repetition program on it. Because normally what we do is we analyze our games, and we see what we did wrong, but then how do we cement the change? And so these flashcards are very important for that. So let me show you how it works also with the Chrome extension. So here you see the book, 1001 Chess Exercises by Frank Eyrich on the New in Chess web app. So I'm going to the exercises here, and I want to show you, right? So again, I have here the Chessvision.ai scan. I scan. And again, right, it is Y to move, so this is correct. And now I say save this diagram, 1001 number 1, and I say add. So this is the first one. And now I'm going to show you how it works with the mobile app. So I'm getting my phone, and I'm going to take a picture from this position. So I'm opening the Chessvision.ai app, take a picture. And of course, this is now a screen, but normally this could also be, let's say, a book, right? And It's processing the position. I say save it, and then I call it 1001 number 2 and add it to the library. So I did not do anything with the Chrome extension. I just used my mobile phone. If we now go to the library, you can see here that these that now these are available, right? And let me go into this one, right? So you can see the game, and I can create now spaced repetition on this, right? So I can, of course, create the solution, eliminate the defense, and now I have a line that I can train going forward. So this is a very efficient way. You can do it with the Chrome extension or the mobile app and create a flashcard like this. So we have seen this part. Also, what is very nice, in the library, you can create your own folders. So I named them here: chess steps, flashcard goal, lead chess puzzles, openings, and YouTube puzzles. So you can create your own naming. And I also want to show you another form of integration. So I'm here in chess steps, and I'm going to create a new study. And you can see I can import from Reader. I select my document. So let's take the step 3 extra. And I can add a tag. And these tags you can specify yourself. So this is chess steps, right? And I create. Okay, so they are here. So let me just move them. Selection mode, I select them all. Now I just have to unselect these. And then I say move selected, and I say move them to chess steps. So I'm well organized here. And you can see all the puzzles. And so let's just open one puzzle because I wanted to show you. So here we have a mating puzzle from step 3 extra. There's here a button, which is compute. And so for easy puzzles, I can compute the solution. And you can see here, I get a mini tree immediately with the solution. I can promote a solution. And I can say, well, this is a bit of a duplicate, so I'm going to remove it, and I have 2 variations. Then I can enable a flashcard. Say this is a tactic, create the flashcards. And so now, right, if I would go to my library and to the chess steps, and this is number 10, I can say train. And in this case, now I have to do you can see that I am practicing this puzzle, and then it will return after a while in the spaced repetition training program. So really think about when you are doing anything in chess, right? Whether it's puzzles, or whether it's playing a game, or whether it's opening study, how do you make sure that you don't repeat your mistakes? And I think this is a unique method. So the third way of having a flashcard is having a flashcard goal. So let me show you this position, right? So I'm going to disable flashcards. So you see here a position which could come from the Relopez exchange variation if all pieces would be traded. And this would be to practice this endgame and to understand the strategy for white in this opening, and to understand that if white is able to trade all the pieces, that white will get a winning pawn ending. So you can see I can here enable flashcards. I say this is a goal, create the flashcard. Right? So here we have created it. And now I can say train. And I have to set a goal. So I say winning, 5 or better. Set the goal. And now I can play my move. And this is like practice against the computer. The computer is thinking, so you can see they are playing. And I have to show that I can win this endgame because black cannot create a passed pawn on the queen side, but white is able, with the support of the king, to create a passed pawn on the king's side. And so you can practice it. If you don't succeed, the opponent will play the same variation again. But if you succeed, then it plays another move in the next sequence. So it goes for the second best move. So we saw 3 different ways of using flashcards. So you can do it for the opening, you can do it for tactics, and you can do it for a goal, like in this case, winning an endgame, practicing it against the computer. What we saw is that we have a video search, we have a mobile app for iOS and Android, and we can just take a picture of any diagram that we see and then add it to this library and then define a flashcard on it. We saw the same for the Chrome extension. And also want to highlight, of course, if you look to your library, you can define all the folders. You can define the tags and that you can use later for as a filter. Right? If I would go to flashcards, for instance, here, and I would say I would only like to have the ones for the chess steps, you can see we're going back here and we can select it. And this is the one we created today. And I can just practice only this one. So based on the text that I can define myself, I can have flexibility and tailor my training program. So think about how you prevent mistakes that you have made in your games, in puzzles, or anywhere in chess without having a flashcard system. Of course, a lot of people are using Anki, but it's not chess specific. And I think this is a game changer, and also very powerful for coaches. When you think about the import function that I showed you when you go to library, right? I was here in chess steps, but just the idea, if you are here and you create a new study and from the reader, you have a PDF, this is step 6 extra, and I would just create it here. I say this is chess steps, right? Then, and I create it. And in no time, you can see I have all these diagrams created, and I can analyze them and create flashcards based on them. So I think this is a very special development in chess tools, very powerful. Of course, you will ask, how about the pricing? And when I was discussing this, I asked a developer, so what are you going to do with the pricing? Because I thought that he would, with all this new functionality, he would raise the price. But he told me that he is keeping the prices where they are. So for the United States, because it's location specific, if you first buy the ebook reader and then subsequently the Chessvision.ai library, you get a bundle discount of $11, and the total is $81. So when you go to a tournament and you play 5 rounds, a weekend tournament, and you think about your travel, the flight, then you think about your 3 nights hotel, you think about your food, you think about your entry fee. Before you know it, you spend $500 to $1,000 on 5 games. And so for me, when I think about spending $80 to get all this functionality, it's a no-brainer because this is a way for me to implement the PDCA cycle with plan, do, check, act, where if I see a mistake, I have a program to make sure that it doesn't repeat. I'm very excited. I think it's a complete game changer, both for players, but also for coaches. And thank you for watching, and I hope you subscribe to my channel.